seems like the only reason I tend to come out here to my 4th Street garden is whenever I go to the post office. You know, sometimes I go once or twice a week. And if I go to the post office, I can never just walk by and not come to the garden. So I came here, I'm not prepared. I don't have any water. I don't have anything that I need. I brought a trowel because I thought, oh, maybe. So I don't know, I might dig up a couple of carrots. But in the meantime, I noticed that these sorghum seeds, they look like they could be ready to pick now. This one doesn't look ready. They're still kind of greenish. They look small and underdeveloped, but these are kind of almost white and glossy. These are not quite glossy, but they have like orange at the base of the seeds. Can you see that? I don't think you can see that, but nevertheless it's there. Anyway, I don't think this is ready, but I think these are. I'm going to cut these because I don't want to have squirrels and or birds or whatever eat my sorghum before I have a chance to even enjoy looking at them, because that's what happens with some things. Yeah, I'll get that in a second. Over there used to be beautiful sunflowers all over the place. And I was just talking to the Lord, and I said, Lord, thank you that I was able to enjoy the sunflowers when I did see them, because I believe that it was once or twice I came out here and the sunflowers, first the sunflowers looked great, but there were no flowers, and then I came out another time and the sunflowers were like just ablaze with blooms everywhere. And then afterwards I came back and it's like this. All my sunflowers are like this. And well, I don't know if you could see. At the top there's this dead and dying flower. So you know, most of them have already been eaten by birds, and anyway, I'm not even sure if I want to bring them home because they tend to be full of worms and insects and ants, and I don't know where I'm going to dry them, where I would dry them, because I don't want to bring them in the house, and I kind of don't want to bring them home either because I don't like bringing insects and what do you call it, pathogens from this garden to my home garden or the other gardens, because you know that's how things spread. And so anyway, I'm not even sure. I think, you know, I enjoy knowing that the birds are being fed by my sunflowers, so maybe that's gonna be it. Maybe that'll be it. That's all the sunflowers are good for, and that's fine. That's how God takes care of them. So anyway, I do have the sunflower footage that I can keep looking at, and I have been enjoying that, so thank you, God. I thank God. I thank God. So it's the little things. In the meantime, I'm gonna, well, this here is my potato bed. Well, it's actually two. There's this and then there's that over there. It's a shorter one. But anyway, there's all these dead sunflower stalks and all this bunch of weeds. So I'm gonna clear all these weeds and stuff. And I was actually hoping to solicit the help of one of the gardeners. You know, that lady. She lives just a couple of houses over. And she helped me last year to dig up my potatoes, and when I posted the other video, well, she's also a Facebook friend, when I posted the other video, she was like, oh, you have to include me next time. You know, she's Spanish, so conviéndeme, she said. So I was like, okay. I'll have to include her because, you know, I've been putting this off for more than a month. I did the other bed over there, you know, like about a month ago, and over here, it's been all this time, and, you know, I was kind of waiting for the last little bits of the potato stems to die, but they're dead. They're dead and they're ready. So I gotta dig that up. I gotta dig them up. So like I said, I'm gonna try and pull up some of these weeds and try to prepare that so that she can come and she doesn't have to, you know, get involved with that stuff or that stuff over there. You know, because whenever you have people helping you in the garden, they don't know where things are. They don't know what they're walking on. Sometimes they don't know that something is not a weed and they're just stepping all over everything. And so I'm going to try to tidy things up to a certain degree and then have her come one of these days soon and have her help me. So I filmed this today. My friend Gladys and I came this morning and we pulled up all the potatoes. Really wasn't that many. It's actually less than half of what I had the first time out of this patch. Used to be carrots and beets over there. So anyway, we harvested all the carrots, all the beets, and so what we got a whole bunch of carrots, and she took a lot of the good potatoes because, you know, her help is invaluable to me, so I just decided to let her have some of the bigger beets and some of the larger potatoes. But you know, some of this stuff was basically hiding. I didn't know I had beets this big back there. I mean, I knew that they were there, but you know, it's not until you dig them up that you realize how big they are. And here's some of the potatoes. And a lot of these were like fingerling types. So, you know, they weren't going to be very big anyway. I thought that they would make, you know, more rather than bigger. So, but no, they're just, you know, it makes about the same amount in quantity as regular potatoes. Are just not very large, so it's still like a handful. I don't know, maybe that bed over there was less you'll stand in the shade. Maybe that bed over there was less fertile. I don't know. I think I gave them the same amount of fertilizer and azomite. What did I use? I used what's the name of that stuff? Not Biotone, it was the other one. Garden Tone I used. Espoma Garden Tone. I used that. You know, I never really try to figure out how much this will use per square foot and all that stuff. I just put a little sprinkling around each plant and then I keep it moving. And so, I don't know. You live, you learn. Every year you do better, hopefully. But my first harvest was really spectacular, I think so. It totally makes up for whatever I got over here. I'm trying to think if I would have been happier harvesting that first and then this bigger harvest second or whatever. But either way, I'm happy. I'm happy that I have lots of potatoes to enjoy with my family throughout the fall and winter and perhaps some of the spring. I really don't think that the potatoes will last that long, but you never know, right? I'm actually, you know, because it's a kind of a glut I tend to use more than I would if I had bought them. If I bought the potatoes, I only use like maybe 2 or 3 because they're bigger, and I don't like leftovers. It's just me and my husband and my son. I don't eat a lot. My son really doesn't like potatoes that much. And so it's really mostly my husband eating. So, but you know, now that I have potatoes homegrown and I'm excited about eating homegrown potatoes, I mean, the truth is I really can't physically fill my belly with that much food. So, anyway, so I don't eat that much, but I cook a lot more than I would. Like I said, if I bought the potatoes, I would cook a whole lot less. Anyway, so maybe I'll try to, you know, relax, pare down a little bit, not be so excited about using up my homegrown potatoes. So anyway, I just love just talking to y'all. I don't know who y'all are, but you like to listen, and so I like to tell you stories. Thanks for listening. Thanks for watching. Okay, so I think that the next big project is going to be these sweet potatoes. Well, I don't think, I know. That is to say, over here it's going to be this row of sweet potatoes. I have sweet potatoes growing at the other garden closer to my house, and that stuff, I mean, I planted less potatoes there, and those sweet potatoes are gone. They're like taking over the earth, just taking over all the land. And the only thing that's holding them back, I guess, is the lack of rain. So I don't know what's gonna happen on that side, but you know, I still hope I get a good harvest. I'm not sure how it's gonna work out, you know, allocating the stuff to the people. I think maybe I'll make an announcement saying that I have a work party setting up on one of these Saturdays, and say, come help dig up sweet potatoes and take some home. I don't know. You know, I'm a leader, but I'm not a born leader. I like to do things. I like to take charge. But I'm not really a person who knows how to solicit help, get people to come and follow me. I'm not really that kind of person. I just like to charge ahead because things need to get done. Somebody needs to do it. Might as well be me. But I don't know how to say, hey, can you help me? That's not really my forte. You know, that's why I like to do small projects. That's not true. I do large projects. I think it's only in my later years here where I'm not as fit physically to do things that I take on smaller projects, but they're still big nevertheless. You know, this is a sizable garden actually for somebody who's on dialysis and can barely walk down the street 2 blocks. This garden is about, I guess, 6 blocks total. You know, walk over 2, 4 this way. And so, what am I trying to say? So I don't know, just walking over here, that's taxing. You know, doing work over here, it's like, now I'm going beyond my physical capacity. I'm always pushing myself. And, you know, in some ways I'd like to do that anyway. I like to just make sure that I'm not sitting around, you know, atrophying my muscles. And my muscles are getting enough exercise. Because I'm not a person who wants to work out. I don't like to work out. But if you give me a good project and I'm excited to do it, yeah, I'll get that work done, you know. And I will get it done in spite of the pain, and then I'll go home and put my feet up. This is what's going to happen today. Thankfully, with Gladys helping me, it only took about 10 minutes I was bragging to my sister. I said, hey, you know, if it's just me, it'll take me an hour. When I get Gladys to come and help me, it takes 10 minutes. So, you know, anyway, so again, a million thank yous to Gladys. Muchísimas gracias, porque sin tu ayuda yo no puedo hacer nada. Puedo hacer algo, pero no tanto como lo hacemos hoy, ¿ok? Así que muchísimas gracias.